Hey Learners Academy students, I am so excited to welcome you guys back to class. I'm making this video so that I can show you around and hopefully you'll like the new structure and format of how we are going to conduct class and how we're going to operate in our new learning environment. So I would like to draw your attention to our course curriculum. This is the page which you guys are already familiar with. I just want you to understand that some of you are returning to this same curriculum, which is okay. I want you to still kind of refresh yourself, because what we're going to end up doing is going over like a review for the class that we already did with this content. But we're actually going to complete the work in the class. We're actually going to participate in the discussions, and we're going to have a much more structured way of executing the class. So before, we were having live sessions where some people were able to come and some people were not able to make it. But with the way we're doing it now, everybody will be able to participate in the learning. So this is the only course that we're going to start with. And once we start the engagement on this first course, which is using metaphysics to manifest, then we'll go ahead and add on the other two courses as we make our way through the first one. So we're going to build on the knowledge that we've acquired through, over time. Okay, so the first course, which I'm going to just show you guys the new structure of what this is going to look like when we are ready to learn. Okay, so in the new course format, we have objectives. I think the first one we had some objectives, but you guys probably were looking over them because they were not clearly shown, or they weren't clearly defined before. So at this point, we now have objectives. Yay! So we're gonna read here to understand what the course is teaching us, and then we're going to look at the reading material. Now, I usually will take excerpts from the books that I read, and I post engaging discussions or engaging pieces of the book so that you are able to kind of be where I am in my studies, and we can discuss the things that come up as we're learning together. So I welcome you guys to do the same thing. When you do your comments, I'm almost certain that you can upload files. So here you'll see that you have the ability to read along with me. And then we have, just certain, this is just a resource. We don't necessarily have this as an assignment, but we use it as it's being used as a resource. So then on some of the courses, you'll see an assignment where you're actually getting questions or discussion starters, so that you don't just have to pull a discussion from out of nowhere, but you'll actually have guided discussions, and sometimes you'll see featured videos, featured content that will allow you to push the discussion further. Some of those videos will even be by me. So a lot of the content that I have in these courses is directly from Entertain the Thought, which is my podcast where I teach quite extensively about metaphysics, science, spiritual science. I teach about the fifth dimension. I teach about anything having to do with transmutation, alchemy, the whole occultism thing. We go in depth. So here is basically the format of what you'll see when you get into these courses. Now, some of them are not exactly the same. Some of them you'll see where there is no assignment. Some of them you'll see there is no there may not be a quiz there. Like this one does not have a quiz. And so, but the quizzes are there to help you engage in the content. So I do want to make sure that you're doing that.